First of all, I wouldn't call it elections. It is circus, it is farce, it's imitation, ritual, whatever, but not elections. In the atmosphere of total fear, where all political opponents or are in prison or are in exile, there cannot be space for elections.
So you claimed victory in the last presidential elections against Lukashenko. Do you think you'll even be allowed then to stand against him?
But how can I be allowed if I'm not even in the country? I was forced to leave Belarus. I was sentenced to 15 years in absentia, so I can't participate from exile, it's for sure. And already now, Lukashenko's regime is, I suppose, preparing for the next so-called election. He's keeping Belarusians in fear because he knows that for these 4 years already, he didn't manage to make people love him. He didn't manage to make people turn this page of our history. People didn't forget, people didn't forgive, and people are preparing for the new window of opportunity. People are continuing to support Ukrainians. People are making small acts of sabotage inside the country. Of course, he's afraid of people. He's afraid that people don't trust him anymore.
There are parallels, aren't there, between Lukashenko in Belarus and Putin in Russia. Now, you were with Alexei Navalny's wife on the day that he died, weren't you? What are your thoughts on what happened to him?
Of course, it was murder because people, political opponents of dictators, are actually slowly dying in prisons. In Belarus, already 5 people died in prisons. But of course, this murder shocked me and all of us. And, because I understand that if the reaction of the Western countries, of democratic countries, will be words of condemnation or condolences to this death, and at the moment it looks like that, we might see more deaths, more murders in prisons. And my husband is already 4 years in prison. Last year he's kept incommunicado. I don't know if he's alive. I don't know in what state he is. My children haven't seen their dad for 4 years already, and yeah, you rightly said, I don't know even if he is alive. So I'm afraid that he might be next, because if no reaction, it will untie the hands of dictators, and they can kill the political opponents without any consequences.
Do you think that the opponents of what's happening in Russia and Belarus are not doing enough at present?
I think that, I don't want to criticize a lot, but I'm from the country where people are suffering from dictators, and we see how much more can be done, but maybe sometimes it's not enough political will or decisiveness to do so. But we are fighting for democratic values, we are fighting for democracy, and I think it's high time for democratic, powerful world to show to those who are fighting for this policy, that it is strong, that it is united. That this is where we want to live as well, because it's such a dreadful feeling that you're forgotten, that you are abandoned, that nobody is taking care about you. That's why it's so important to keep such issues high on the agenda, to inspire people to continue this fight.
Sviatlana Tsikhanouskaya, thank you so much for speaking with us.
Thank you.